wants you dead.
Two predators, two outcasts who were never meant to walk among men. In one corner, the saltwater juggernaut, the living legend whispered about in Hawaiian myth, King Shark. In the other, Gotham's sewer-born terror, cursed with reptilian skin and a hunger for blood, Killer Croc. Both served on Amanda Waller's Suicide Squad. Both have tasted blood in ways few can imagine. But if these two went head-to-head, tooth against claw, scale against fin, who would survive? This isn't just a fight of muscle and brutality. It's a clash of evolution versus mutation, myth versus science, saltwater versus freshwater. Let's break it down. King Shark, or Nanao, is no ordinary metahuman. Depending on which story you believe, he's either a mutation, a freak accident of nature, or the son of an ancient shark god. In the DCEU, we see him as part comic relief, part absolute tank. But don't let the jokes and awkward friendships fool you. This guy is lethal. Waller herself calls him one of the strongest on Task Force X, and we've seen why. King Shark's jaws are his deadliest weapon. In the Suicide Squad 2021, Starro the Conqueror, a building-sized alien kaiju, tanks everything from high-powered rifles to Bloodsport's Call of Duty loadout of endless attachments. The bullets? Nothing. Explosives? A distraction at best. But when King Shark leaps 5 stories into the air and sinks his teeth into Starro's flesh for the first time, the alien actually bleeds. That means Nanao's bite force is delivering more damage than military-grade weaponry and custom-designed alien killer rounds. His jaws aren't just strong, they're godlike. And here's where things get insane. He doesn't just bite through alien flesh. He casually eats people whole. He rips a man in half horizontally like tearing paper. He tries to eat Ratcatcher 2 alive. We're not just talking brute strength here. We're talking terrifying primal hunger. But King Shark's power isn't just offensive. His durability borders on the absurd. In the same movie, he's riddled with bullets from Bloodsport's custom guns. The rounds knock him back, but they don't pierce his skin. There's no blood, no broken bones, nothing but mild annoyance. Then he gets thrown into a skyscraper by Starro, crushed under collapsing debris, and walks it off like nothing happened. He even survives a fall from a high-rise, riddled with bullets again on the ground, and still gets up immediately to keep feeding on his enemies. The only time we see him in serious pain, when a swarm of alien jellyfish latch onto his flesh and start tearing chunks out of him. And even then, he doesn't go down. He rips them apart and keeps fighting. Now, standing across from him, we've got Killer Croc, Waylon Jones. Unlike King Shark, Croc isn't divine. He's cursed by biology. Born with a rare form of atavism that gave him reptilian skin, Croc grew up abused, ridiculed, and hardened into a monster. By the time we meet him in Suicide Squad 2016, he's 7 feet tall, 360 pounds of raw muscle and scale, lurking in the sewers beneath Gotham. Croc's abilities might not be as flashy as Nanao's, but they're deadly in their own right. His skin is so tough it shrugs off bullets from high-caliber weapons. He can breathe underwater for extended periods, ambushing prey from the depths like a true crocodile. His claws and teeth can shred through flesh, and he's strong enough to one-punch enemies, throwing them across rooms or straight through walls. In the film, he casually drags a man underwater and drowns him, rips through monsters with brute force, and even helps take down Enchantress's army. Now, the movie held back on Croc's true potential. The budget didn't let us see everything he's capable of. But in the comics, Killer Croc rips off demon heads, fights Bane to a standstill, and even mutates into a Hydra-like beast so powerful that Wonder Woman herself admits only 2 or 3 people alive could beat him. The writers had to scale him back down because he was that much of a threat. But even keeping it grounded in the DCEU, Croc is no pushover. His durability is frightening. We see him tank hits, we see him slam Enchantress into walls without hesitation, and we know Batman himself had to run him out of Gotham before Waller recruited him. That alone tells you something. If Batman struggles with you consistently, you're no lightweight. So how do these two monsters stack up? On raw strength, King Shark might take the edge. His bite force is insane. Tearing into Starro proves it. He's ripped full-grown humans in half, jumped 5 stories like it's nothing, and survived the kind of damage that would pace normal metahumans. Croc, on the other hand, has feats of raw physical dominance, but nothing in the DCEU that quite matches up to Nanao tearing through an alien kaiju. On durability, it's close. Croc's reptilian skin makes him nearly bulletproof, and in the comics, he can heal from horrific injuries and even regenerate limbs. But in the DCEU, King Shark is built like an armored tank. Gunfire bounces off him, buildings collapse on him, and he just gets up hungrier than before. If this fight goes long, Croc might struggle to actually hurt Nanaue. On skill, though, Croc takes it. King Shark fights with brute instinct. He charges, he bites, he smashes. Croc has shown tactical thinking. He's stealthy, cunning, and cruel. In the sewers, in darkness, Croc would have every advantage. He knows how to use his environment to strike from the shadows, drag enemies into the water, and tear them apart before they even know what hit them. Here's the wild card. Both of these monsters evolve. Croc's mutation keeps pushing him further, making him more savage and more powerful. Nanaue, meanwhile, has godly lineage. If his divine side ever truly awakens, we're talking about something far more dangerous than the goofy, num-num cannibal shark we saw on screen. So, who wins? If we're talking strictly the DCEU movies, King Shark probably overwhelms Killer Croc. His size, bite force, ridiculous durability give him too much of an edge. Croc could claw him, bite him, maybe even drag him underwater, but Nanao is a shark. The water is his domain. Down there, he's unstoppable. On land, his resilience makes him nearly impossible to put down. But if we let a little bit of the comics bleed into the fight, things get way more interesting. Comic book Killer Croc has held his own against the likes of Aquaman, Bane, and even brushed up against Kryptonians. That version of Croc is smarter, more feral, and more adaptable. If we gave him his full comic scaling, he could absolutely make King Shark regret stepping into the arena. At the end of the day, though, mixing both but leaning on the DCEU, the verdict has to go to King Shark. He's tougher, more durable, and has one weapon Croc simply cannot match: jaws that can pierce alien kaiju flesh when nothing else can. Croc may be fast, vicious, and cunning, but when Nanao bites down, the fight is over. So the winner is King Shark. But here's the real question. If these two were ever unleashed at their full comic potential, who do you think would walk away from the carnage?